Good evening for Madison Public Television and Daniel Hand High School Tiger football. This is Kent Sprague. Beside me is Gabe Balsama.
Check.
On the camera today is Steve Fust all the way. We're at our 9th game of the season for, 10th game. I'll add them up right one of these times. 10th game of the season today at Bowen Field in New Haven, playing Hillhouse High School. And Gabe, Hillhouse has a winning record at this point, right?
They do. They come into today's game with a record of 5-4, and they're second in the division. They're 3-1 in the Hammonasset division. And
they have had a winning record for one of the few times, I believe, in the recent years. Hand beat them the last 2 years, but they have always given Hand a tough time, and they have the capability of winning this game.
They're a very large ball club and an experienced ball club, a lot of juniors and seniors, and those are basically your starters. They only carry a couple of freshmen on the varsity squad.
Just a couple of comments about last week's game against East Haven. Darrell Noble is something like 15 or 16 yards short of 1,000 this year. 16 yards to the magical 1,000 mark, which will be his second consecutive game. He should get that this afternoon, and then there's one more game Thanksgiving Day at home. I believe that's the 28th. We will be ready to begin this game in New Haven against Hillhouse. Very shortly. The teams are out on the field warming up. It is a nice day. It's relatively warm, even though Gabe and I are both dressed for winter here.
It's about in the mid-30s, a light breeze. It's a beautiful afternoon for a football game. Couldn't ask for much better weather.
Cloudless sky and temperature of low 40s. We will be ready to get this game underway very shortly.
Thank you.
Number 6. Everyone please rise for the national anthem played by the Hillhouse High School Marching Band. Under the direction of Miss Donna Johnson. Please rise, the national anthem. Johnson.
We are about ready to begin this game against Hillhouse at Bowen Field. We're right beside a loudspeaker here, so we will be drowned out occasionally. Hillhouse will kick off to Hand. Back deep to receiver, Darrell Noble on the far side, Jeremy Friedler on the near side. Hand with the ball first. And that center of the field that looks a little bare out there is bare. I walked across it, and you would slide an inch or so on every step just walking on it.
Fans are ready. Both fans are ready. This announcer is ready, and this game is underway.
The left-footed kick going to hit low and bounce, and it's going to be retrieved by Friedler back deep, back at near the 10. Right. And Friedler gets a couple of yards, and that's all.
Russell Blackwell corralled Friedler there down at about the 12-yard line.
That was number 27, Russell Blackwell, in on the tackle.
That was a tough kick to handle.
Number 25 was shot Brooks as well.
It rolled, and Friedler had to go back and field it. It got by Daryl Noble. Hand takes over to about the 12.
Daryl Noble needs only 16 yards for 1,000 yards on the season.
Sullivan in motion. Ryan Milligan at quarterback, and Jeff Monroe takes it forward for 7 or 8.
Giving the 44, Jeff Monroe. On the right side, he finds good yardage.
Kent, Jeff Monroe is enjoying a good season. He's averaging 5.6 yards per carry and has netted 485 yards on the ground so far this 96 season.
7 yards on that carry they gave him. Hand splits 2 men to the left, Scott Roberts and Greg Walby.
Milligan with a 2nd and 3.
And there's a man jumped offside for Hillhouse. If that's against Hillhouse, it'll be an automatic first down.
Tyrese Kelly jumped offsides.
And we'll give Hand a first down.
He's a senior, 5'11", 260 pounds.
Offsides against Hillhouse. First down, Hand.
That's pretty solid when you're 5'11", 260, isn't it, Gabe?
Ball spotted on the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
First down for Hand. Hand off the fullback again. Another big hole.
Right up the gut. Number 44 finds a lot of room. Monroe.
That's Monroe, about 16, 17 yards.
Douglas Dewberry on the tackle.
Monroe right up the gut of the defense with a huge gain.
You know, Kent, that's a new dimension for the Tigers because their fullbacks are enjoying a good season this year, and you can't key on one back anymore, and that's why the fullbacks are, you know, picking up 5, 6, 7 yards a crack.
Excellent blocking ahead of that run by Jeff Monroe. And there's Daryl Noble. Very short gain.
Defense finds him quickly. That's number 11, Rodney Waters, in on the tackle.
Hillhouse plays a type of a swarming defense, and you saw it there. It took 3 guys to take down Daryl Noble, only for a couple of yard gain.
About 2-yard gain for Noble. 2nd and 8.
Milligan under center, 2nd and 8.
Turn it on.
And there goes Noble again.
Number 34, and that immediately is Daryl Noble.
Raymond Dolphin, another senior, in on the tackle. He's another big guy, 5'11", 222 pounds.
So the defense being stingy on 2nd down sets up a 3rd and a long 6.
2 yards on each carry by Daryl Noble early in this game. 3rd and 6 for Hand.
Milligan needs to get to the Hillhouse 47-yard line.
Ryan Milligan rolling right, looking to throw.
His pass.
Complete pass, first down.
Number 5, Greg Walby.
Greg Walby makes the catch on the far sideline, dragging his feet.
First down, Tigers.
Kent, that's Greg Wallaby's 34 catch of the season, and he has 2 TDs to go along with that. Last week he caught Ryan Milligan's only completion. They only threw the ball twice last week against East Haven, and Greg had one of those catches.
They have a 1st and 10, and they're in Hillhouse territory.
They're at about the 44. Hand off the fullback, Jeff Monroe. Big hole again.
44, Jeff Monroe.
And it looks like another 7 yards, maybe.
Aaron Scott on the stop for the Governors.
Number 44, Daquan Boyd, in on the tackle for Hillhouse. But Monroe gets good yardage for a 2nd down and 4 coming up.
Tigers are picking up where they left off last week against the Yellow Jackets, grinding it out on the ground.
Well, they give him about a 6-yard gain where they spotted that one. Down, it's at about the 38. 38, and a run back this side by, that looks like...
that was number 3, Lamont Berry, in on the tackle.
That was Danny Anderson, number 38.
Anderson in for the first carry.
He's close to a first down. He's going to be 3rd and short.
Dan Anderson.
3rd and less than a yard. Right at the 35. These yard markers will probably disappear on us.
Up a 3rd down and short for the Tigers. They need a mere yard to convert for the first down.
Ryan Milligan, a quarterback, hands it off to Jeff Monroe, gets the first down, and
he gets enough yards for
3 more.
First down, Tigers.
Jeff Monroe right up the middle following Chad Taylor at center. You know, we got to mention those guys up front, because if the guys up front aren't doing the job, then the backs don't enjoy the good game that they generally do.
And the left side of that line is Matt DeConcilius and Vero Kishwala. The right side is Matt Mesa, Ryan Connolly. Tight end is Jim Kingsley. Those are the linemen doing the blocking. Pitch wide to Daryl Noble. Noble, a short gain.
That's Daryl Noble trying to find room on the right side. Co-captain number 36, Aaron Scott.
Number 52, Matt Mason. Number 64, Ryan Connolly out in front of Daryl Noble.
Gain of about 4 yards, setting up a second down and 6.
Unofficially, Daryl needs about 8 yards for his 1,000 yards, his second consecutive 1,000-yard season.
He's carried 3 times for 2, 2, and 4 so far. As the fullback, Jeff Monroe breaks the line of scrimmage. He should have a first down.
Lots of room up the middle until number 16, LaTroy Young, tackled him.
It's going to be down near the 21, and another first down for Hand. All on the ground so far. No, not all on the ground. One first down was picked up on a pass to Greg Walby.
First down, Tigers.
7 minutes to go in the opening quarter here at Bowen Field in New Haven, and the Tigers are taking the opening drive, and they're down to the 22-yard line or so.
Chad
Taylor over the ball at center, and they're going to keep running it.
Number 34, he's
Daryl Noble, very short yard.
Aaron Scott in on the tackle.
They're going to give him a yard.
Nowhere to go.
Aaron Scott, the senior, 5'10", over there on the left side of the line, made the tackle for the Governors of Hillhouse.
2nd and 10 for Milligan.
He gained about a yard on that one, short yard. 2nd and a long 9, handed off the fullback. Jeff Monroe, big hole up the middle. First down to about the 8.
Nice yardage up the middle. Monroe found. Number 15, Ronnie Hines, in on the tackle.
Somebody doing an excellent job of blocking for Jeff Monroe. He's got big holes there.
Vero Kishwala was out in front of that play, and he knocked over 2 Governors, paving the way for Jeff Monroe to pick up the first down.
Ball between the 8 and 9. First down for Hand. And goal to go. That's Dan Anderson. Anderson heading for the goal. Going to be stopped at the 1.
Anderson's going to be down to about the 6-inch line. Very, very close.
Dan Anderson.
Dan Anderson saw a big daylight.
And the fullbacks so far have had the running room. It looks like the defense is keyed on Daryl Noble, and Noble has been a decoy more than a carrier so far.
He has. That was the same thing last week against the Yellow Jackets.
We've got a power eye in there. Sean Manley is in for blocking. Strong to the right. And hand off up the middle. Dan Anderson takes it in. Touchdown. Touchdown Hand. Got the opening kickoff and took it right down the field just like they did against East Haven.
That was a 78-yard drive for the Tigers in the opening quarter. They scored with 5:20 to go.
That's right. They didn't get that ball in very good field position on the kickoff, did they?
No, they didn't.
Took it all the way down the field. Conversion try. Chris Gavin is the long snapper. Scott Roberts the holder. Greg Walby the kicker.
Greg Walby. The snap, the hold, the kick, it is up and it is...
It's good.
No.
Good.
Off left. No good. Greg Walby misses that one left. Hand leads 6-0 with 5:20 left first quarter. Greg Walby set to kick off back to Hillhouse. Hand has had one possession and marched almost 90 yards for it. Walby hits a ground ball. It's fielded and bobbled by a lineman.
Right side taken by number 79, Walter Gibbs.
It's going to be down about the 37.
We have to remember that name, number 79, Walter Gibbs. He's not on our roster.
He's one of the biggest players out there.
Good field position. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line.
We have him as number 78, so he must be wearing number 79.
And here's co-captain Charlie O'Connell at quarterback. Set to drive, here's Academics.
Charlie O'Connell, 6'1", 180, senior quarterback for Hillhouse. And as I understand, a pretty good quarterback.
To the running back,
Tackle in the backfield.
He's met for a loss.
That's Dan Anderson in on that tackle. Anderson met the ball carrier in the backfield for a loss.
And then doing it defensively. Nice tackle, loss of about 2 on the play, setting up 2nd and 12.
Setting the defense, we have Colin Johnson, Matt Mesa, Ryan Connolly, and Jack Suppies up front.
And the inside linebackers are James Kingsley and Dan Anderson. So run to the left side. Yeah, the ball's loose. The ball is loose on the ground.
Jeff Monroe on the recovery, number 44.
Jeff Monroe recovers a fumble. I saw the ball pop in the air.
So the defensive play by the Tigers, recovering the fumble of Dolberry. They get the ball with good field position. First down, Tigers.
Again, that was a tackle in Hillhouse's backfield.
Ball spotted on the 34-yard line.
Hand takes over at the 34. Hand it off fullback, Dan Anderson. Anderson's still going.
Again, the fullback on the inside.
That gives him about an 8-yard gain, it looks like. Just running over people.
Tyrese Kelly on the tackle for the Governors.
Solid 7-yard gain, setting up a 2nd down and 3.
Hand, once again, is dominating the line of scrimmage, both offensively and defensively, just like they did last week against the Yellow Jackets.
Ryan Milligan at quarterback all the way so far. It's handed off to Jeff Monroe. Monroe doesn't get much.
Number 11, Rodney Waters.
Number 36, Aaron Scott on the stop for the Governors.
Aaron Scott in on the play as well for Hillhouse. And so it sets up a 3rd down, big play.
3rd down, he gained about a half yard on that running play. The ball's at the 26.
Short 3 for the Tigers.
About 2 yards to go for a first down. And that's Jeff Monroe again. He's near a first down.
Trying for the first down, number 34, Tyrese Kelly in on the tackle.
We'll see where they spot that one. He's going to be very close to it.
He did not make the first down.
We'll bring up a 4th down play at the 24.
And Scott in on the tackle, creating a 4th down and a short 1.
And will undoubtedly go for it this deep down. 4th down play.
4th and inches.
Just across the 25.
Play for the huge 4th down.
Mark Bergami is in at tailback, number 22.
He's asked to answer once more.
Probably go to Monroe, the first man. And he should have enough yardage. Depends on where they'll spot it.
It looks like the spot is favorable for the Tigers. It's going to be close.
That's going to be very close.
He might have made it just by about a few inches or so.
Depends on where they blew it dead, Gabe. I thought he had enough forward momentum, but then they threw him back, so we'll see. Well, they're not giving him much forward progress on that one.
Was to the fullback Monroe, he needing a yard.
Gabe, they spotted that ball where that play ended. Not the forward progress that he got earlier.
He might be just a little bit.
He got a yard in the corner.
I was going to say a little bit short from our angle. It was very difficult to see through the binoculars also. But he barely got the first down, but I don't think that was a good spot for the Tigers.
Yeah, I don't think it was either.
So the train gang doing their work.
Fortunate for a hand, it was just enough for a first down.
First down for the Tigers.
First down is at 24.
2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the opening quarter here from Bowen Field, and the Tigers lead it 6-0.
First down.
Handed off to Darrell Noble.
Number 34.
Noble, short yardage.
Darrell Noble following Ryan Conley. Number 34, Aaron Scott on the stop for Hillhouse.
Short gain on the play, setting up a 2nd down and 9.
Darrell Noble has carried the ball 5 times, and the most yardage he's gotten is 4 on any one. He's gained 10 yards so far. Ryan Milligan looking to throw. He's looking long.
On the right side.
And it's thrown out of bounds behind Greg Walby. Looked like Walby was open for a minute, but that ball was out of bounds or came down.
That's the second pass attempt in the ball game for the Tigers.
The first one kept the drive going on a 4th down play, didn't it?
And again, the big play for the defense.
3rd and 9 for Han.
Trying to stop the Tigers on their second possession.
Scott Roberts is split to the right.
Walby to the left. And Milligan
back to pass on the right side.
Looking for Kingsley, incomplete.
42, James Kingsley.
Kingsley got both hands on him but couldn't bring it in.
I think Jimmy was trying to turn upfield and run with the ball. He was wide open before he caught it.
That ball was a little bit behind him, but a catchable ball. 4th down play for Han, 4th and 9.
Spotted on the 23.5-yard line.
I would expect another pass play here, probably.
I think we might see a field goal attempt.
Number 5,
You're right.
into attempt the field goal.
Greg Walby, and that ball is put down at the 31. That'll make it a 41-yard try. A long field goal for Walby, but he can kick it that far. There's a flag down.
Penalty on the play. That's a delay of game against the Tigers.
That may almost take it out of field goal range.
It might. There's no wind to speak of whatsoever. The American flag is just lying there.
And maybe too difficult as
hand substitutes. Now they're going to punt.
Mike Hominick is in the ball game, number 6.
That's a shame. I would have liked to see Greg Walby take a crack at that because he can kick it that far.
It looks like the punter, number 6, Mike Hominick.
Hominick will hit it at about the 40. He will try to pin Hillhouse deep.
In the punt.
Good protection. He's just going to angle it on the side, and it's going to be down inside the 10. Stop at about the 7 or 8.
Takes a small Hillhouse bounce and is down at the 8-yard line.
That's a fairly effective punt. He was aiming to kick it out of bounds, but it didn't bounce that way. It bounced backwards a little bit.
And his offense deep in their own zone.
This is the second time the Tigers' defense have been on the field. They were opening drive for Hillhouse. They were only on for a couple of plays until Jeff Monroe recovered a fumble. So we'll see what happens here with 1:29 to go in the first quarter. And the Tigers lead it 6-0.
Han has had the ball all but 2 plays in this first quarter so far. Dominated the time of possession, but only leading 6-0.
To give to Dolberry, he crashes on the right side behind the block of number 36, Aaron Scott.
Colin Johnson and Ryan Connolly in on the stop for the Tigers. Along also with number 22, Mark Bergami.
About a 3-yard gain for Hillhouse.
Dolberry got a solid 3 yards on the play, setting up 2nd and 7.
The secondary for Han is Ryan Milligan playing center field. On the sides are TJ Naylor on this side and Tim Sullivan on the other side. Corners, Mark Bergami and I believe that's Hunter Morris, 14. Looks like a pass play. Left-handed throw. Man open, complete pass. First down for Hillhouse.
Ronnie Hines.
First down for Hillhouse. Good pass play.
Ronnie Hines on the receiving end of that for Hillhouse. And I tell you, Charlie O'Connell and Hillhouse like to throw the ball. Charlie has 10 touchdown passes this season. So it's going to be a test for the secondary of the Han Tigers.
Ball spotted at the academic 33-yard line. First down.
Number 20, Jeff Knowlton into the game for Han. And it's run to the left side and good haul over there. Sullivan is chasing. Good long run for Hillhouse, and they gained a good 20 yards, it looks like, on that one.
Number 69.
And assisting on that tackle was number 64, Ryan Connolly, and he got back very quickly. Don't forget, he's down on the line of scrimmage, and he was back there with Timmy Sullivan on that tackle, number 9. So you can see the speed of Ryan Connolly. He can really move.
First down, Hillhouse.
2 consecutive good plays by Hillhouse here, a pass play and a 20-yard run on the left sideline. Hillhouse with 3 men in the backfield behind the quarterback. Run right up the middle. That's going to be stacked up, and now he breaks contained. Gain about 4 yards. Good running play by Hillhouse.
Aaron Scott ran into Matt Mason, the center of the line. He got pushed back, and then he just got ahead of steam and ran around the right side and picked up a couple of yards.
First quarter runs out with that play. Han leading 6-0 against Hillhouse.
Academics 0, but the Academics are driving.
We'll switch ends now, and for the second quarter, the Hillhouse Academics will be going north toward Hamden.
Kent, Hillhouse is averaging 16 points a ball game on offense, and the Tigers are giving up an average of 17 points a game.
He gives to the fullback, crashing through the line.
Got a 2-yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd down and along 3.
James Kingsley in on the tackle of number 34, Tyrese Kelly. Gain of about 2 yards, setting up a 3rd and a long 3.
Tyrese Kelly's a big guy. He's 5'11", 260-pound senior fullback.
I didn't gain as much as I thought he did on that one. It's almost 5
Ball
yards
on the
to go.
44-yard line.
Looks like a pass play coming up. Left-handed passer. Complete pass and a good tackle by Ryan Milligan.
He's tackled immediately, number 11, Ryan
It's a complete pass play, stop for a loss of a yard.
Safety position.
Good coverage by the Tigers on that, not giving up much along the sidelines, and it looks like Hillhouse will have to punt the ball. It's 4th and about a long 6.5, 7 yards.
That play took too long to develop. The ball was in the air too long. Man caught it, but he had no time to look upfield because Ryan Milligan was right on his man. 4th and about 7. Punt formation. Back to receive is Jeremy Friedler.
Set deep to receive, number 32, Jeremy Friedler.
Left-handed kick. That's a floater. It will not be fielded. Not a very deep kick.
And it's down.
Tell you, Mark Bergami got very close to that ball, bouncing around there.
Robert Ford downing the punt.
Got to get away from that. You don't want that ball to bounce up and hit your foot or something and have the other team jump on the ball.
And Bergami's going to get a little bit of a lecture after that one.
23-yard line.
Coach meets him out on the field to tell him that's not the right play. Hand with the ball back.
Tigers.
What breeze there is that just started to kick up is going to be in the favor of the Tigers here, and Charlie Connolly was kicking into that slight breeze.
We're between the 22 and the 23. 10.5 minutes left before the half. Hand is leading 6-0, and that 1-yard gain by the fullback.
Number 58, co-captain Raymond Dolphin.
That's who made the stop.
We have a hometown announcer on our PA system here.
Gain of 2 yards on the play, setting up a 2nd and 8 for the Tigers.
Despite that world-class tackle, Jeff Monroe still gained a yard and a half.
On the first drive. Starts this off with 2-yard gain.
Danny Anderson just checked in the ball game, and number 9 for the Tigers, Timmy Sullivan, checked out.
I'm not sure what the delay is here.
Slight delay as we pause here. Again, I welcome everyone. A beautiful football day.
Yeah, I wonder if they're discussing that punt, and I wonder if they feel that maybe the ball did hit Mark Bergami.
Between the Academics and the Tigers.
Well, it was picked up by Hillhouse player, but Mark Bergami tried to tackle him.
That's the only thing I could think that they're discussing. Maybe they're a little upset, and they feel that Mark did touch the ball.
I have no idea why we can't get this game going, but one of the referees is talking to the Hillhouse coach on the sideline, explaining something, and it's getting to be a rather animated discussion there. The referee got in the last word. 2nd down and close to 8 for him.
The Rivers are ready now. 2nd and 8 facing Milligan.
On to 24, that's Daryl Noble. Noble cuts it forward with a flag down near the line of scrimmage.
Finding room on the left side, tackled by number 11, Rodney Waters.
And the referee said, bring it back. That one's against hand.
Hillhouse indicating it's against hand.
That could be a holding penalty. It was thrown right into the line.
And they're marching it up, holding against the Tigers.
Holding call takes it all the way back to the 15.
Costly 10-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
That should make it about 2nd and 18 and a half yards for the Tigers.
Hand marched the ball well their first possession,
So Milligan
but
sets 2 wide receivers flanking each side.
they seem to be going in the wrong direction this time. Milligan rolling left, looking to throw.
Drops back to pass, lets it fly a little high.
Overthrown.
For number 9.
Tim Sullivan was down there, but 2 defenders were with him too.
By number 15, Ronnie Hines.
It's going to be 3rd and long for the Tigers.
So Milligan's pass incomplete, sets up that 3rd down and 17.
That would have been a very difficult completion with a man behind Sullivan and one in front of him.
If Hand has a trick play, you might see it here. Timmy Sullivan is in the ball game. He's split out to the right, and he's the other quarterback for the Tigers. And Greg Wilby is out to the left.
Milligan looking to throw. Intercepted by Hillhouse.
And he's rumbling, stumbling.
And tackled over there by Kishwala.
Sophomore Ronnie Hines on the pick of Ryan Milligan.
Number 15, Ronnie Hines.
Run all the way back to the 12-yard line. This is Hillhouse's best opportunity to score.
And the sirens sound for that play. Hines picking off Milligan.
Tigers are going to have to dig in here with 9 minutes and 1 second to go in the second quarter. Tigers lead it by the score of 6-0. And Hillhouse will have first down at about the 12.5-yard line.
Yeah, just outside the 12. Just run to the right. Not much, a yard or two.
Trying to break tackles.
Mark Bergami, number 22, on the stop.
Boy, is blown dead over there, and Cullen Johnson also in helping that
Number
tackle.
52, Matt Mesa, in on the tackle.
About a 2-yard gain down to the near the 10.
2 yards, setting up a 2nd down and 8.
Hillhouse can get a first down at about the 3. And they need 10 for a score. Incomplete pass.
Incomplete, intended for Renberg. Edgar on the slant pattern.
That was Edgar Rembert, the intended receiver out there. He's 6'1", 170-pound senior.
And just like that, it's 3rd down and 8 now, so it's a big play for both teams. Defense trying to hold. Near their own end zone.
3rd and 8. Coaches are calling timeout.
Timeout, Hillhouse.
Hillhouse takes a timeout before they can run this 3rd and 8 play.
I guess they want to talk this over because this is a big play for them. 3rd and 8, 8:18 to go in the second quarter. And they're sitting pretty down there at around the 10-yard line.
So the timeout ending. And O'Connell comes to the line with a huge 3rd down play.
3rd down. The ball's at the 10-yard line for Hillhouse. Quarterback still got it. Being pressured. Oh, man, wide open in the end zone. Complete pass, touchdown. Ryan Connolly put pressure on the quarterback, but man got wide open in the end zone.
If Ryan Connolly had just one more step, he would have corralled the Hillhouse quarterback, number 4, Charlie O'Connell. He was hot on his heels, and as he just released it,
Hillhouse can take a lead if they can get the conversion.
Ryan backed off.
Co-captain Raymond Dolphin set to attempt the point after and the lead. Snap,
put down and kicked up.
And it is.
Did he make it?
I don't know. It looked like it might have been a little short.
He did barely got it across the crossbar, but that's all he needed. Hillhouse takes the lead, 7-6. 8:10 left in the first half.
And O'Connell answers the presence of Principal Mr. Garris, sparking on the Hillhouse Academics to score their first touchdown.
The quarterback, Charlie O'Connell, is the kicker, left-footed kicker, and a left-handed thrower. It's a good long kick, fielded by Noble and dropped, picked up at about the 7 or 8. And Daryl Noble looking for the corner. There's a flag. Flag is down at the 15. That's probably an illegal block. Clipping against Hand.
Robinson making the tackle. Flag on the play.
Clipping against Hand as Daryl Noble tried to pick up the blockers on the far sideline.
Appears to be an illegal block against
Kent, the Tigers have had a little problem with that this year. They had one called back against Hamden. They had one, I believe, called back against Notre Dame, where Darrell, I think, did score on that, or was taken down at about the 1 yard line.
He took it all the way in. And will take the ball starting at about the 7.
Illegal block in the back against the Tigers.
7:59 to go in the second quarter, and the Tigers will pick it up at their own 7 yard line.
First down, Tigers.
Everybody in tight, and will probably be very conservative this far down, back in their own territory. Darrell Noble brings it out to about the 15.
Nice run by Darrell Noble from his tailback position.
Really laid the block down.
And what did he get there?
Give him maybe about 8 yards.
Eight. And with that run, that gives him his 1,000 yards for the season. About 8 yards. He has 18 for this game, and he needed 16 to hit the 1,000 mark.
Unofficially, he's got 1,002 yards.
There's Jeff Monroe. Jeff Monroe got the first down at the 20.
Ronnie Waters, number 11, assisted on the tackle for Hillhouse, and number 44, Daquan Boyd, made the initial hit.
Darrell Noble is the second man in Hand High School football history to get 2 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons rushing a ball. The first was Eric Hamill just a few years ago. Noble got his 1,000 last year, and he just picked it up on the last carry here. And that's a dive.
Give it to Anderson, and he stopped immediately. Tyrese Kelly and Russell Blackwell.
By Dan Anderson, sort of a misdirection, and it was well defended.
On the play sets up a second down and 10. So this defense trying to heat it up. Milligan and his offense trying to heat it up. And my coffee is nice and heated up. All right.
Second and 10 for Hand. Ball's at 20. Pitch to Darrell Noble. Good block there by Jeff Monroe, and they're gonna call that an illegal block that Monroe threw. Bring that play back.
Flag on the play.
The referee is talking to co-captain Douglas Dulberry.
That play will come back.
Man in the white hat says that's an illegal chop block.
Jeff Monroe blocked a little low on that block.
Charge to the Tigers.
He knew that because when he got up, he was shaking his head. So the Tigers are moving the wrong direction. They're back to their own 10-yard line.
10-yard line, repeat second down.
This will be 2nd and 20 for the Hand Tigers.
2nd and 20, and cannot afford any mistakes down here because they can be turned into scores rather quickly. Ryan Milligan still got it. There's a man wide open. That's Kingsley. Kingsley got about 12 yards. Complete pass.
James Kingsley, the tight end, came off the line and was wide open.
That makes it a little bit more makeable.
So
nice catch by Jimmy.
To get back the penalty yardage. And it sets up a 3rd and a long 9.
3rd down for the Tigers with 5:38 to go in the ball game, and they trail up by 1 point, 7-6.
In
the first half. 3rd down play. Still 3rd and long. And Milligan looking to throw again, being rushed. Oh, that's going to be intercepted. Walby makes the tackle, but interception brought back to the 34.
The double damage, the D. Dolberry comes through with the pick.
That play was designed as a long pass play to Greg Walby, but it was thrown right to the defender.
With 2 picks thus far in the game.
He was also the man who intercepted the last
defense handing the ball off to the offense.
The last time against Milligan. First down at the 34 for Hillhouse. 5:20 left in the half. Short game.
Rewarded for his pick, gets the carry.
Ryan Conley on the stop, number 64, short gain.
And Dan Anderson in there.
Setting up a second down and 8. Second and 9.
There's about a 1-yard gain. Dan Anderson, James Kingsley are the 2 inside linebackers. Mark Bergami and Jeff Monroe are outside of them.
O'Connell's been rewarded with
On the
field
corner.
position.
And it's run to the right.
On the end around the 28, Dolberry again.
Cut back, but going forward for about 4 or 5 yards.
Set up a third down play now.
Kingsley and TJ Naylor and Ryan Connolly in on that tackle. 3rd and 4.
Ken, I see number 8, Scotty Roberts throwing the ball behind the Tiger bench, warming up. We might see him at quarterback the next time the Tigers get the ball.
O'Connell wants to take advantage of the turnover.
Ryan Connolly, Matt Mason, the 2 down linemen.
Continue the drive.
Zach Suppies, Colin Johnson, the other 2 linemen. Run to the right.
And he finds those 4 yards.
First down.
Tyrese Stelly.
First down for
Mark Bergami in on the stop.
and Colin Johnson.
The fullback, Tyrese Kelly.
Hillhouse is marching with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. They're threatening here with the ball on the 22-yard line.
Well, it's a 22, and Hillhouse is a very dangerous team, particularly when they've got decent field position, which they didn't have the first quarter much. Quarterback still got it.
Fake handoff, play action, rolls right back to Inger.
Incomplete at about the 2.
Incomplete, nice effort, nice hustle showed.
Coverage by Greg Walby over on the corner.
Good coverage by number 5, Greg Walby.
Number 80, Edgar Rembert. He's a senior, 6'1", 170-pounder. He's it's Charlie's favorite receiver.
Quarterback made a good fake on that play.
O'Connell to the air, setting up a second down and 10.
Bootleg near side, and he's a left-handed thrower. Second and long into 22. Quarterback still got it.
O'Connell with pressure in his face.
Complete pass. Tackle thrown out of bounds by...
that was Ryan Milligan, number 11.
Milligan.
In the flats.
He brought down Russell Blackwell, number 7, number 27, the senior 5'7", 160-pounder.
And you better make the tackle quickly on him because he looks like a good runner once he gets the ball. About a 4-yard gain.
Yards out of it, setting up a third down and a nice 7.
Number 34, Tyrese Kelly checks out of the ball game. That's Hillhouse's big fullback.
Hillhouse takes their second timeout of the first half before they get this play started. 3rd and about 7 for Hillhouse coming up. They're deep enough, but they've got two shots to make this first down here. Hillhouse is leading hand 7-6.
Third down play for the Academics.
They've got 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. And incomplete
to number 28.
I was going to say that's really stretching the defense with 5 wide receivers in the ball game, and you might see something similar to that because no one is checked out of the lineup.
That's a pro set there with receivers all over the place.
It's double Hail Mary, either on the left or the right.
That'll bring up now 4th down and about 7.
The Tiger defense stiffens. He stops this academic drive thus far. Big 4th down play.
They got 3 receivers going to the right, 2 to the left again. Shotgun formation, a high snap, and a quick throw to the left, and that ball may be a lateral.
Incomplete on 4th down. Incomplete.
Incomplete. Hand will get the ball either way.
I've never seen that, Kent, especially.
I thought maybe they were going to throw a long lateral and then another pass off of it, but
it looked like it was setting up for something like that with the 5 wide receivers, 3 to the right, 2 to the left, and he also he threw to his favorite receiver, number 80, Edgar Rembert.
And the referee immediately called it just an incomplete pass on a 4th down play. Hand gets the ball back.
3:16 to go here to the half.
Some wonderful items for you to choose from.
And number 8, Scotty Roberts is at quarterback for the Tigers.
You're right. Scott Roberts in at quarterback. He run by Daryl Noble. Coming to the near side. A lot of blue shirts, so short gain. Only a couple.
Noble on the right side. Short gain brought down by number 36, Aaron Scott.
About a 2-yard gain.
So Scott, the big defensive glue here on this academic squad, with another big tackle.
Hand played the whole first quarter.
Second down and 8 for the Tigers.
In the right end of the field, and they played most of the second quarter in the wrong end of the field. Handed off this time, big hole for Dan Anderson.
Anderson has lots of room.
Anderson, first down, plus another 7 or 8.
Rodney Waters in on the stop for Hillhouse. Nice run by Danny Anderson, picking up the first down.
And Ryan Connolly was clear down in front of that play, blocking.
Given to him by the offensive line.
2.5 minutes left before the half.
Led by center Chet Taylor, leading the huge block.
Ball to 37. And you'll see it opened up just a little bit here before long because Hand doesn't have a lot of time before the half. Scott Roberts rolling left, looking to throw. There's a man over there, complete pass. That's Greg Walby for about a 7-yard gain.
That's Greg's second catch of the ball game.
So on the quick out, Walby with the reception. Nice 6-7-yard gain.
About a 7-yard gain.
3.
And the coaches on the sideline are trying to tell the Hand offense
speed it up
just a little bit.
Hillhouse preserving its 1-point lead.
We've got 55 yards to go.
About to pass with
Roberts.
Nice move by the quarterback.
Roberts brings it back.
Scott's going to be close to the first down. If not, he's just going to be a few inches short.
Or it's close. It'll be third down.
We're looking down that line of scrimmage, and they may measure this one.
There's Milligan.
1:23 to go to the half.
Except that isn't Milligan, that's Scott Roberts that the quarterback controls now.
So it looked like a big loss, and Milligan was going to be caught in the back. Slips a tackle and comes very close to the first down marker, close enough to measure.
You can do it. No score, Hillhouse. Come on.
Looks like
That can't be any shorter. That's only about 1.5 inches or so. Only about 2 or 3 links of the chain.
Down and very, very short.
Gabe up here with the calibrated binoculars. Third and short.
23 showing on the clock.
Spotting the ball. Third and very short for Hand. We've got 1:23 showing in the first half. And we have a 7-6 game with Hillhouse leading Hand.
So big play here, third and short.
Scott Roberts
Milligan
hands
gets the
it off.
fullback. Anderson.
That's Dan Anderson picked up the
for
first.
a first down, Tigers.
Raymond Dolphin in on the stop for Hillhouse. First down for the Tigers.
Dan Anderson running well today from the fullback position. Finding most of his yardage right up the middle of the field.
They're at the 48, and we have 1:10 left before the half. Clock is running. 3 receivers to the right this time. Trips right for Hand. Scott Roberts
rolling right.
He's going to throw long. Here's a man. That's complete. That's number 34. Daryl Noble takes it in. Complete pass. Touchdown Hand.
Kent, that was a beautiful throw by Scotty Roberts as he rolled to his right and just lofted the ball over the receiver right into Daryl Noble's hands.
Daryl Noble is not a receiver a lot, but he was wide open on that one and then broke a tackle to take it in. Hand takes the lead again.
The tackle and goes in for the touchdown.
Oh, Scotty Roberts. Of course, Scotty.
We know it's Scotty Roberts, number 8.
So Milligan to
Hand
Noble.
lines up to go for 2. We got 3 receivers to the left. They did not get their conversion the last time, so they're going to try to make up for it. Scott Roberts looking to throw in the end zone.
Number 8 is hit hard, bobbed and caught.
Caught in the end zone, and that
Greg Walby, number 5.
Walby went high for it.
Is that number 5? Walby?
14-7. Hand leads Hillhouse just before the half here.
Catch.
Scott Greg Walby set to kick off after that beautiful touchdown pass from Scott Roberts to Daryl Noble.
Having just converted the 2-point conversion.
Walby hits a grounder.
Squibber to the 20-yard line.
And it's
Ken, I think that ball might have been touched before it went out of bounds, but they threw the flag anyway.
A flag went down. Is he marking a line?
Procedure penalty on the kick.
That's going to give Hillhouse the option of a re-kick or take it at the 35, but you're right, a man almost picked that up and he should not have even tried to. They're going to bring it back and make hand kick again.
Greg is not going to give him anything to handle. He's probably going to duplicate the same thing and squib it on the ground.
And try to keep it in bounds, though.
With 51 seconds to go to the half, Tigers lead at 14-7.
I'm not sure how you can run off 2 seconds on a ball that's not touched till it got out of bounds.
5-yard penalty.
Hillhouse has shown us that they have good enough runners that could take it back all the way on them.
Back deep for Hillhouse is number 16, LaTroy Young, and number 80, Edgar Remmert.
Greg Walby is going to hit another one cut on the line at the 30.
Trying to look for room on the right.
Oh, he's got,
has a bit of a hole.
Going to be knocked out of bounds.
Down hard by number.
Ryan Conley, number 64, made the tackle on number 15, Ronnie Hines.
Conley makes the tackle, but that was a clean play. He was still in bounds as Conley made contact. Drove him out of bounds.
Number 15 with a beautiful run back. And he's fine. He's just fine.
That gives Hillhouse a ball clear across midfield to 45 with 41 seconds left.
Started at the 45-yard line.
This may be another test for Hand's defense before the half.
31 seconds left in the half for O'Connell.
I would expect passes here.
Time for him to work his magic.
Two receivers to the right.
Got a flag on the play.
Flag down. Flag down before that play got started.
Zebra says that is offsides against Hillhouse.
Hillhouse lined up offsides.
That's not going to hurt them much because they're going to try to pass on every down here probably. Takes it right back on the
someone in the neutral zone.
50-yard line.
5-yard penalty, repeat first down. Ball spotted right at midfield.
The receivers are to the right. They've got a slot man over there too.
O'Connell drops back.
That's the slot man that goes over to that. Incomplete pass.
Intercepted.
In and out of the hands of the receiver and also in and out of the hands of Mark Bergami.
The hands of Blackwell and just through the hands of number 22, Mark Bergami.
31 seconds left in the half.
Setting up a second down and 15. Just over half a minute left in this real good first half of football.
The wide receiver that time went deep, and the man in the slot on the right side flared out to the right side and was a intended receiver. They're running the same play.
O'Connell back to pass, swings the screen out to Goldberry.
Oh, and that's a good tackle in the backfield. That's
Colin Johnson.
Colin Johnson makes a tackle for a loss. Complete pass for the loss.
Play, trying to set up the screen to Goldberry.
The clock is running.
Number 28, Colin Johnson.
That may run out the half.
That play out, disrupted it from the start.
Hillhouse has one more timeout, but with third and very long, they're not anxious to get off a play. That will run out the first half. 2 seconds and run.
Hillhouse will be happy to go to the locker room now. 14-7 for the Tigers.
And 14-7 over Hillhouse at the half. Your thoughts on the first half here, Gabe?
Kent, the Tigers started off like a house of fire, picking up where they left off against the Yellow Jackets of East Haven. Some penalties hurt them early in the ball game, pushing them back. They didn't have good field position. A good throw by Scotty Roberts to Darrell Noble for a touchdown, and they're up 14-7. They just have to stay away from the penalties, and that's what's hurting them in the first half.
They totally dominated the first quarter, and then the second quarter with a lot of mistakes. So 2 interceptions, some penalties in there. But Hand does have a lead at the half, 14-7. We will take a break for a little bit of the Daniel Hand High School Tiger Marching Band, and then back for the third quarter.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Dear New Hand Tiger Marching Band is under the direction of Richard Fasano. Drum majors Greg Hill, Casey Speed, and Courtney Strait will lead the band downfield to a rousing medley of celebration by...
Captains congratulate each other and the teams meet. Second half action.
Daniel Hand will kick off back to Hillhouse Academics for the second half. Greg Walby has it teed up on the far hash. Our score is 14-7, Hand leading Hillhouse at the half.
Also set deep to receive the kick of Walby. And the kick is up.
Greg Walby hits another ground ball toward the sideline, going out of bounds.
And it rolls out of bounds for a penalty.
Greg Walby has hit 2 kicks, rolled them out of bounds over there. Looks like they're going to bring it back and make him re-kick.
Well, that makes sense, Kent, because they probably want to try for a run back.
In high school, they do have the option of taking the ball at the 35 or making the kicking team re-kick 5 yards deeper.
This is the second time Hand has had to do this game.
A re-kick from the 35. The referee indicates illegal procedure.
Greg Walby's got a strong enough leg. He could kick it over these 2 deep men here. They're both at about the 15. And he's going to hit another ground ball, and it's fielded and bobbled and picked up finally at the 35.
Number 90 has a bit of a hole.
And he brings it back to about the 41.
Brings it out to the 42-yard line.
TJ Naylor and Mark Bergami in on the tackle for Hand. Hillhouse gets the ball first in the second half.
Edgar Rimbert bringing it out to the 42.
There's a lot of shadows on this field here, Kent. The sun is going down in back of us on this Saturday afternoon.
You're listening to Steve Fust in the background, versatile cameraman, and he's going to make a comment once in a while in the second half. Gabe Balsamo is left for Vermont in the second half. Good tackle. Good tackle that time. And the tackler there was
number 64, Ryan Connolly on the tackle.
Connolly.
1, 2nd and 11.
Ryan Connolly just wrapped up the ball carrier at a 1 yard loss. Ball's at the 41. In the first half, Hand dominated the first quarter and scored 1 touchdown and did not let Hillhouse have the ball much.
2nd and 11, and the give is to the fullback, Aaron Scott. Breaking tackles was Scott.
Broke a tackle by Matt Mason in the backfield and takes it forward for about 6 or 7.
Nice job by that fullback, Kent.
The ball's going to be put down about the 48.
8 yards on the play by Aaron Scott.
3rd and 3 for
setting up a
Hillhouse.
3rd down and 3 now.
In the first quarter, Hand dominated. In the second quarter, they had 2 interceptions and numerous penalties that did not allow Hand to do much except for 1 long pass play from Scott Roberts to Darrell Noble for a touchdown. Pass play, slant in, incomplete, thrown a little low. Good idea, though.
Intended for number 15, Ronnie Hines.
4th down.
There we go, Kent. 4th down.
Low and out of the reach of Hines. So the punting unit on.
Ball to 48.
Tigers hold on 3rd down, setting up 4th down.
We have to congratulate Darrell Noble for his 1,000 yards this season, Kent. Of course, he didn't make it by much, did he?
Not yet. Yeah, he's got another game, too, after this one.
That's true.
But you can tell Hillhouse is keyed on him.
Set to receive the punt of O'Connell, which is up, and it's a nice punt.
Left-footed punt, and it'll not be fielded. Rolled dead near the 19.
Down at the 19-yard line.
That's the quarterback who is also the punter.
I have to say that
the Tigers take over on the 19-yard line, 1st down.
I have to give Darrell Noble a lot of credit. 2nd year in a row, 1,000 yards, only the second-hand player to do it, as you mentioned before. But
he's a very durable player for not being real large.
not that big, you're right.
He's a slashing type runner. Hand with the ball back. Their first possession in the second half, starting at the 19.
In at quarterback, number 8, Scott Roberts for the Tigers. He gives to the running back. That immediately,
Scott Roberts hands off to the fullback, and I guess that was Noble carried.
On the left side.
Didn't find too much.
Daryl Noble has not gotten much yardage in this game. He's about 15 yards for the whole game so far.
Second down and long 9.
He hasn't broken anything long at all. His longest gain has been 4 yards so far.
Waters coming from the defensive end position to stop Noble.
No, that isn't correct. When he passed the 1,000-yard mark, he got 8 or 9.
Flag on the play.
Play blown dead.
What's that going to be, Kent?
Oh, somebody left early, it looked like. Yeah,
That's an
illegal procedure.
Charge to the Tigers.
5 yards.
Somebody moved forward too early.
Costly penalty on second down.
And did a lot of this in the second quarter.
It's going to be a second down and long 14.
They had trouble sustaining a drive because they kept making these little errors.
You might see a pass here, Ken, I would think.
Second and 15. They need a lot of yardage.
Roberts drops back to pass with pressure ball.
It's knocked loose in the end zone. And Hillhouse recovers in the end zone.
Wow.
Touchdown. He knocked it out of Scott Roberts' hand and into the end zone, recovered in the end zone.
Wow. What a game.
Montgomery recovers in the end zone for Hillhouse. And when you're operating too much near the wrong goal line, bad things can happen.
Big play.
Hand is ahead by 1 point, and Hillhouse is going to go for 2.
14-13, and O'Connell comes behind center.
Got receivers both sides. They're going to the right. He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion. Hillhouse takes the lead.
Wow, what a game.
15-14. Hillhouse leads hand.
Your Academics have just taken a 1-point lead.
9-11 left in the third quarter. Kickoff will be returned either by Jeremy Friedler or Daryl Noble.
From O'Connell. He lets it fly.
That's a short one. It's going to be fielded about the 35. That's Colin Johnson across the 45. Good field position for hand at about the 45.
Johnson carrying the ball. He brings it out to about the 45-yard line.
Sure hands of Colin Johnson, who picked that ball up and brought it back across the 45. And hand needs to sustain something here. They've made too many mistakes the last quarter or so.
That's true. That last mistake was hurtful.
Scott Roberts, quarterback. Daryl Noble breaks through. Gains about 9. About a 9-yard gain for Daryl Noble.
That puts him way over the 1,000-yard mark, Kent. That was a nice little run. You might recall too, he was hurt in his sophomore year too. He broke his arm.
46-yard line with a huge.
So he's recovered quite well.
Short for the Tigers.
Second and 1, 8.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Run up the middle, Dan Anderson dragging a tackler with him, and he's got about 5 yards, including a first down.
That Dan Anderson really moves that ball. He can pull some tackles right with him, Ken.
I think somebody ripped his shirt tail off that time.
We've seen him pull 3-4 players with him. He's got a lot of power behind those legs.
Right up the gut of the defense.
First down for hand at the 41. Pitch wide to Daryl Noble.
On the left side, they go to Noble. He's met immediately.
And that was a good tackle over there.
Aaron Scott, Raymond Dolphin, Mike Davis all in on the tackle.
There were several tacklers there, but the one that made the good part of the tackle was Mike Davis.
Loss of about 1 on the play, second down and 11.
Number 47, who's a 5'11", 170-pound junior linebacker for Hillhouse.
Spotted at the 42-yard line for the Tigers.
Daryl Noble looked like he had a little bit of a corner there, and linebacker came in quickly and shut it down. 2nd and 11. Hand it off to Noble, cutting back this side.
Again, trying the right side. He's brought down Aaron Scott. Again, another big tackle for the co-captain.
Daryl Noble gains 2 or 3.
About 3rd down.
Gain of about 4 on the play. 3rd down and 7.
3rd and 7 for Hand.
So here we go again. Big play, big game.
Ball at the 38.
Roberts needs to get to the 31-yard line for the first. Defense trying to stiffen up.
Jeff Monroe at fullback. And Daryl Noble at
And in
tailback.
motion, Roberts back to pass.
Scott Roberts is looking to
His pass
throw.
off the
incomplete.
Incomplete. Greg Walby can only get one hand on that pass.
Touchdown. So the defense doing its job.
Are we going to see a punt here, Kent?
3rd and that brings over 4th down.
6:40 left in the 3rd quarter.
Mike Hominick is into the game, and he's the punter. He will try to pin
And the punter, number 6, Mike Hominick, is in.
Hillhouse deep. He'll probably aim for the sideline. He likes to aim for that left sideline.
LaTroy Young set to receive the punt.
That's where he's aiming it. And he's not going to get it there.
One hop into the
hit on
chest
the-
of Young.
Oh, a lot of blocking here.
There's a block.
Finally, Hand has him pinned in on the sideline, but good return.
Field at the 50-yard line, flag on the play.
Tackled by Dan Brand, and we have a flag down at about the
Looked like a block
34.
in the back.
Illegal block by Hillhouse.
That brings that one back.
So LaTroy Young had some room, but it was made with an illegal block.
I believe that punt was not what Mike Hominick intended. He was trying to hit the sideline, but it went off the side of his foot and closer to the middle of the field.
Back to Hillhouse.
Hand finds themselves trailing by 1 point in the middle of the 3rd quarter.
Ball is spotted all the way on the 18-yard line. The academic. First down, Hillhouse.
Illegal block, takes it back. Ryan Connolly, Matt Mesa, the 2 down linemen. Colin Johnson, Zach Suppy's on either side. Those are the front 4. For Hand on defense. It's a misdirection, run back to this side.
Blackwell makes a cut. Nice cut, did Blackwell.
Jeff Monroe cuts a man down.
44.
But a run of 7 or 8 yards. More than that, about 9 yards.
On the counter play,
This is where Hand's got to hold them, Kent.
Blackwell with a huge 9-yard gain.
That was a good running
2nd
play.
and 1.
The flow went to the right, and the cutback was made back to the left. And they have good running backs.
They do.
2nd and
O'Connell
short.
comes to the line with his fullback Kelly behind him.
Oh,
And there's a man that moves early for
the
Hillhouse.
free 5
That's the
yards.
movement.
That changes the whole complexion of this play because they had 2nd and short, and now they're going to have
Referees agree that's illegal.
2nd and about 6.
Procedure against number 74, Robert Ford. 5-yard penalty.
a right tackle for Hillhouse. Left his 3-point position early. 2nd and 6.
So Blackwell's nice 9-yard gain.
The deep men for Hand are Ryan Milligan in the middle, TJ Naylor on the far side, Greg Walby on this side. Hillhouse is going to bring it back to this side. There's a flag
And
down.
immediately flag on the play.
Flag right near the line of scrimmage. That's usually a hold or an illegal
Tyrese
block.
Kelly, but the defense holds. There is a flag, and it's against Hillhouse. A motion penalty.
Somebody moved forward too early.
Another 5
in the
yards.
backfield. They didn't get much on that one, and they possibly could refuse it. Co-captain Matt
So the decision whether
Mesa
to accept
conferring
or not
with the
faces
referee.
The Tigers, the motion penalty charged against Hillhouse.
They're probably going to decline, Kent, because that will bring up 3rd and
Penalty is
6.
declined.
3rd and 6. No gain
It's
on
going
the
to set
play.
up a 3rd down.
And Hand needs to do it this time to get the
So
ball
3rd
back.
down and a tough 7. And once again, we have big play time.
If they can stop this
And a
play
great
short of
game
6
here.
yards, they'll get the ball back. Motion to the right.
Ball bearing in motion.
Probably a pass over that side.
Pressure.
And it's thrown over there.
Complete.
Finally picked up, but short of a first down. Did they call that complete? No, incomplete pass.
Says the ref.
Bring up fourth down.
Never had control of the ball.
With 20/20 hindsight, refusing that penalty was a good decision.
A very good decision. Now hope they get the ball back.
That was a pass out in the flat on the far sideline. Had that been completed, they still would not have gotten the first down on it.
O'Connell back to punt.
Darrell Noble dropping back to receive the punt.
Deep to receive around his 40-yard line.
And I heard a coach from Hillhouse before the game
O'Connell's punt is a good one.
saying fair catch by Darrell Noble. Right near midfield.
Good field position for him.
Coach for Hillhouse before the game was most concerned about Darrell Noble running behind a line of blockers.
Doing pretty well.
Well, he hasn't done so much so far, too, Ken.
Down from the 50.
Hand needs to sustain something here. We have 4:50 left, third quarter, and Hand is trailing by 1 point.
Due to a fumble near the end zone, Hillhouse scored.
Quarterback Scott Roberts.
Roberts, Monroe, and Noble are in the backfield, and Darrell Noble, a big hole. Darrell Noble is still going. He's down to the 35, 15-yard gain.
Nice run by Darrell.
15-yard gain for Darrell Noble.
Showing good speed.
One thing about Darrell Noble, Ken, once he gets going, he's going.
First down, Hillhouse.
He gets those first couple of 5, 6, 7 yards. He puts it in gear and he moves.
In the Hillhouse territory are the Tigers at the 35-yard line.
The first 5 times he ran the ball today, he only gained like 9 yards. And it's another run by Darrell Noble. Gained about 4 or 5.
Comes in to make the tackle.
Looks like they're going to give it about 4.
Offensive line really showing their might now.
And again, one of the Hillhouse coaches before this game told me that they were most impressed by the offensive line of Hand in their win over East Haven. They thought the offensive line of Hand was not the biggest line, but one of the quickest that he had seen.
Second and 6.
Another run by Dan Anderson. Anderson is still going.
Still chugging is Anderson.
Anderson is tackled by about 5 or 6 defenders.
That's interesting, Kent. East Haven didn't seem to do much against Hand, but then they came back this week and beat Guilford.
Tackle with Mike Davis and Raymond Dawson.
Which, of course, is who Hand has on Thanksgiving, which is going to be proved to be another good game, I think.
East Haven was a pretty good team, but Hand never gave them a chance. They just stifled them early in the game and took it out of their hands.
3rd and 3.
Third and a short 3
Roberts
for Hand.
wants to keep the drive alive. Defense.
Power eye for Hand. Monroe, Anderson, and Noble all in the backfield. There goes Noble, first down. He crosses the 25 and gets a first down.
Appears to have enough for a first down, Tigers.
One thing interesting about this game, Kent, you won't see too many sophomores in this game.
Not a lot.
With a score this close, I saw Steve Philpott wants to.
Just as you said that, Steve, a sophomore, Ryan Supernaut, just came in again.
They must have heard me, Ken.
First down.
Supernaut is wearing number 80. Pitch wide to Noble, and a big hole for Noble, cutting it back. And makes a spin inside the 10 down to about the 8. First and goal for Hand.
Number 52, Matt Mesa. And 62.
Nice job by Darrell Noble. Of course, you know, we always say, Ken, nice job by the running back, but if it weren't for the blockers, he wouldn't have the holes to run in. So.
And even the PA announcer picked up that both Mesa and Connolly made good blocks on that run.
Matt Mesa and Jim Connolly both.
First and goal for Hand. Now they're showing some authority here, moving the ball.
First and goal to go.
Big Matt Deaconcilius in there, right tackle. Vero Kishwala at right guard. Handed off Noble, and nothing there. Good defensive play.
And finds Noble really quickly.
That was an excellent defensive play by Hillhouse. They shut that play down with a yard loss.
So when it's needed, the co-captains come through. Second and goal.
3 tries to get it in here.
About a 2-yard loss. Back to the 10.
Yeah.
Just outside the 10. Scott Roberts at quarterback. Hand off to the fullback, Jeff Monroe. Monroe takes it to about the 7 before he is level.
Third down, Kent.
Hillhouse is very tough defensively down here.
I would say that they're going to try one more time, Kent. If they don't get it, they'll probably go for a field goal.
Ryan Milligan into the game. He will be split out as a receiver.
Third and goal to go. Here we go with the big play again.
We're down to a minute left in the third quarter. Third and goal. And that's Scott Roberts. Still got it. Roberts looks across the middle. Incomplete pass. And that was Kingsley trying to catch the ball, but a good defensive play.
To disrupt the pass.
And you may be right here, Steve. Here comes the tee onto the field.
Yeah, they're going to try for a field goal.
Greg Walby will try a field goal, which would put Hand again ahead.
In the end zone.
Hand is behind by 1 point.
Quickly from the strong safety position, and it's 4th and goal.
Scott Roberts will be the holder. Chris Gavin the snapper. Greg Walby will try to put Hand ahead.
How far is this attempt, Kent?
Well, we're going to put it back at about the 14. That looks good.
Good.
Hand takes the lead again. About a 24-yard field goal by Greg Walby.
Finding the upright.
Greg Walby, another very important field goal.
Tigers take the lead.
He got that one by plenty.
17 to 15.
Boy, this is quite a game, Kent. Back and forth, back and forth.
We have 44 seconds left of the third quarter, and Hand has just regained the lead, 17 to 15. Greg Walby has just kicked a field goal to put Hand ahead in the last minute of the third quarter. Walby hits another ground ball, and it's a big hop, fielded and dropped, and now run backwards. And tackle missed down there.
Running backwards.
Here's several tacklers. Finally, T.J. Naylor makes a sure tackle.
Number 21.
T.J. Naylor finally makes the sure tackle.
In on the tackle.
The good play by Naylor as the return man gave ground and broke 2 tackles, but Naylor wrapped him up, both arms.
Ball spotted at the 23-yard line of the Academics. Draw takes over. First down.
That wasn't pretty, but very effective.
That man ran backwards for 5 yards before he started that play.
Or maybe 10.
I thought he was in the wrong direction. I was like, what's going on?
We're in the last half minute of the third quarter, excuse me.
Gets to the fullback, Aaron Scott.
Contact made at the line of scrimmage, but a man carries forward.
He was hit hard a few times.
Hunter Morris in on that initial hit, but did not wrap up a man.
First look at him.
They must have heard me, Kent. Now they're putting in Hunter Morris, another sophomore.
Hunter Morris has got a big bandage on one thumb, but he is in the game.
Gain of a solid 6 yards, setting up a second down and 4.
6 yards. They're going to have to hurry to get this play off before the quarter ends. Down to 3.
Backfield for O'Connell.
Just got it off, but 1 second left.
On the right side with a lead block.
And should have a first down.
And that's the end of the third quarter.
Third quarter runs out with a tackle made by Hunter Morris and
Hillhouse Academics 15.
And 82, Zach Suppes was the other tackler there. Hand is leading 17 to 15 after 3 quarters with a field goal by Greg Walby, regaining a lead for Hand.
We get ready to start the 4th and last quarter of this football game. 12 minutes
Fourth quarter coming up. This has been an excellent football game. The lead has changed hands several times. It's still anybody's game. Hand has a 2-point lead starting the fourth quarter. And there's an attack on the backfield.
Met immediately by the defensive line.
Yeah, this is Hand's last game before Thanksgiving, Kent. And
Matt Mesa got in on the
as all our viewers know, we usually play football on Monday nights. We play it on MPTV.
3-yard loss for
We're going to pick a game from the season and play it on the Monday night that we have off. So we don't know which one it'll be yet, but probably one of the better ones.
That tackle was made by Mesa, Suppes, Kingsley.
O'Connell to the line of scrimmage.
Hand's defense will be tested. It's a run to this side of the field and a short tackle by Kingsley. James Kingsley.
James Kingsley.
Kingsley from the inside linebacker position filled the hole and stopped that play for another short loss.
Third down.
Loss of 1 or 2 on the play sets up a 3rd and 14.
3rd and 14.
Ball spotted on the 31-yard line of the Academics. So a big 3rd down play here.
Outside linebackers for Hand are Hunter Morris on the far side, Mark Bergame on the near side.
What for a pass here?
Probably a pass play, and Mesa has got the man in the backfield.
All right.
Matt Mesa sacks the quarterback.
Nice job by Matt Mesa.
Co-captain Matt Mesa in on the quarterback. He had no chance to throw.
He had his hand around that quarterback, and that boy went down.
That's what the defense needed. They had
All the way back to the 22-yard line.
on 3 plays, they stopped all 3 for losses on that possession.
Punting situation for O'Connell.
A little over 10 minutes left in the game.
Noble, who's had a great day running today, set deep to receive.
Daryl Noble is back at about the 45 to receive this punt. Left-footed punter. He's the quarterback. Gets out a good kick. Back at the 40. Daryl Noble. Daryl Noble's got a picket line on the far side, and he's got one man to beat back there. Takes it all the way inside the 15. He set up the wall of blockers on the far sideline, and Daryl Noble turned it on.
Now, Kent, do those type of yards count for running yards, or those?
Well, they're not running from scrimmage, but they're counting the overall yardage.
But not from the.
That's a big play for Daryl Noble.
Excellent run back by Daryl Noble. He ran right down the
Hillhouse takes a timeout. We'll make a note of that one because Hillhouse may need that timeout near the end of this game.
With the game being so close.
The game is a 2-point game here, but Hand a first down at the 13.
Brings the ball back 38 yards on the return. With the timeout ends.
Hillhouse's first timeout of the second half. Daryl Noble brings it all the way to the 13. Scott Roberts at quarterback. He's handing off to
they give to number 22.
Backfield. I couldn't tell if Bergame got it or Monroe. I believe it was Mark Bergame carries the ball.
Gain of about 1 on the play, sets up 2nd down and 9.
2nd and 9 for him. One of the Hillhouse coaches before the game was talking with him, and he said the one thing that he feared most probably was Daryl Noble getting behind the picket line, and usually he goes to the right, said, and that's exactly what he did.
Especially with Hand way down here, Kent.
One man behind quarterback. Monroe comes out in the slot, and now Daryl Noble gets in the backfield. Excellent tackle by number 36 for Hillhouse. That's Aaron Scott, one of the co-captains. 5'10", 195-pound senior linebacker. An excellent tackle. Good defensive play by Hillhouse. Stops a...
There we go, Kent. 3rd down. This is a big play. Big play.
2 tries have got it right to the line of scrimmage so far.
So here we go, big play, 3rd down.
This could be a pass play. Scott Roberts looking to throw, and he's going to be pressured. Knocked down, aim for Jeff Monroe. That's the same guy there. Aaron Scott for Hillhouse. He's one of the captains, and he has made 2 great defensive plays in a row.
2 huge defensive plays in a row. Timeout, Tigers.
And takes a timeout before they run their 4th down play from about the 12. 4th down play for Hand.
Tigers lined up, appearing to go for it on 4th down.
4th down, a field goal won't gain Hand a whole lot. Scott Roberts looking to throw, and he's throwing across the middle, and incomplete in the end zone. Greg Walby went high for the ball, got a hand on it, but could not bring it down. Hillhouse takes over to 12.
Intended for Greg Walby.
That was too bad, Kent, because it ended that wonderful run of Daryl Noble.
Nothing.
Greg Walby, they were looking to use his height in the end zone a little bit.
He almost had that ball, Ken.
He got a hand on it, but he could not bring it down.
Just over 8.5 minutes, and Hillhouse takes over on downs.
He had close coverage in the end zone.
First down, Hillhouse.
First down by Hillhouse. They start the play, and it's a sweep to this side. Bergami is turning a play in, and it's brought down by Kingsley and Johnson bring the play down, but Bergami made that play by turning it in.
So get out your red studs, get them out, get them out.
It's about a 5-yard gain by Hillhouse.
Quickly before this play goes, I'll tell you it is 3, 7, 2, 5, 0, 9. Ooh.
That last play was a sweep to the right with about 3 blockers ahead of the ball carrier.
2nd and 5 for the Academics.
And it's going to be a sweep to the left.
There's
and
flag
down.
I'll repeat the number for you. Your red ticket, you hope, reads 372 509. You can go to Miss Roberts and the Hillhouse cheerleaders to claim your 50-55.
That looks like it's going to go against Hillhouse.
We want to thank everyone for participating in the raffle.
What kind of call was
it?
That was an encroachment or offside into the neutral zone too quick.
5 yards.
That nullifies that 5-yard gain on first down. We're back with 2nd and 10. We're inside 8 minutes left in this game. Hand is clinging to a 2-point lead.
Offside penalty charged to Hillhouse. 2nd down and 10.
And Hand is thinking, don't give up anything big. It's going to be a sweep to the left. Now cut back, and there's tacklers there. Mark Bergami makes the initial hit, finished off by Matt Mesa, stopped short of a first down.
There's a flag on the play.
Uh-oh.
There's a flag down. I didn't see the flag. That's probably an illegal block. That's a clip against Hillhouse. Usually when runners are going back and forth all over the field, someplace you're going to get an illegal block.
Now, do you take that block, or is that lost down or no?
Well, we'll soon know what they'll do. They're talking to Matt Mesa about what the options are. They did gain some yardage on it, so I would think Hand would want it as deep in their own territory as they can get it.
Yeah, that's probably true. So they're going to take the penalty.
Tigers choose to accept the penalty, which is
half the distance to the goal.
Whipping, charge to Hillhouse.
They're down to about the 7.
We repeat 2nd down, though, Ken.
Yeah, repeat the down. But just like Hand had a touchdown scored because they were about the same position down there. Any mistake, and Hand has got the ball in great shape.
That's true.
And also, normally the offense is more conservative. Long pass. Incomplete pass, overthrowing the receiver. But
number 32, whose name I do not have.
Man had a step there.
That's John Green.
The coverage was by Ryan Milligan, TJ Naylor.
So a big 3rd down play now.
3rd and long for Hillhouse.
Becoming a factor with just over 7 minutes in the 4th quarter.
And they didn't appear to mind passing out of their own end zone at all on that one. Passing out of their own end zone going long.
There we go again, Kent. Big play here.
3rd and long, and quarterback is in the end zone looking to throw again, and there it is, thrown up, knocked down by TJ Naylor. A good defensive play.
Number 21, TJ Naylor.
Naylor makes the play for Hand, brings up 4th and long. And Hand should get the ball back in good shape.
He's going to be kicking that from within the end zone, Kent.
Yeah, they'll be kicking out of the end zone.
And Naylor comes up with the big defense, so it's 4th and long.
What Hand needs now, Kent, get rid of some of this time off this clock. 7 minutes to this game.
Once again playing a factor.
Daryl Noble is dropped back near midfield to receive the punt.
In academic territory,
Good punt. Good punt, and he's going to get away from it. It's going to roll dead at the 45.
45-yard line of Hillhouse.
It's a good field position for Hand.
First down, Tigers.
Now what Hand needs to do, Kent, is they need to grind the ball out, waste a little time off this clock, and score.
We need a 7-minute drive because we only have 6:54 left on the clock.
Exactly. Grind a long time off this clock and get moving here. That's if Han wants to win this game.
Again, the winning ticket,
which is generally the key.
09 for the 50-50 raffle. See Miss Roberts.
The problem is the 2-point lead. You can't make many mistakes.
No mistakes allowed.
There goes Jeff Monroe. Monroe breaks a tackle, breaks another one, about 3 yards.
As Frank says, Kent, 3.3 yards per carry.
3.4.
3.4 yards, 3.4 yards per carry. Right, 3.3 will get us to. I'd like to mention that we won't see Frank turn off for the rest of the season. We'd like to thank him a lot for his participation in the color and play-by-play.
Almost 3-yard gain by Jeff Monroe. And it's handed off to Monroe again, and up the middle. He's only a yard short of a first down. About a 6-yard gain.
That's the type of play they got to keep running, Ken. 3-4 yards. Time walked off that clock. It's 6 minutes to go in this game.
Third down and 1.
3rd and 1 for him.
Third and a long one.
They can't afford any interceptions, so they probably will keep the ball on the ground.
And everybody's in tight. And so is Hillhouse, expecting a run right up the middle. And there it goes. Flags down. Flags down.
What was that?
Well, we'll soon know here.
Oh,
offsides against the Tigers.
And offside. That'll push them back 5, and they'll have 3rd and about 6.
6, yeah.
Well, they'll march off 5 yards and repeat that 3rd down. Makes it tougher to convert. I call it 3rd and 6.
That's right. 3rd and 6 is tougher than 3rd and 1.
Well, here we go with big play time on 3rd down.
There's a lot of these big plays today, kid.
Scott Roberts at quarterback. We'll probably change the play for them, and it'll be a pass.
Throws the pass. He's hitting immediately.
Pass.
And that pass.
Greg Walby makes the catch just enough yardage for a first down. Shot the ball just inbounds. Greg Walby, excellent play.
6 yards, ran his pattern 7 yards. First down, Tigers.
That was a perfection 3rd and long play.
Nice sharp pass by Scott Roberts to Greg Walby.
Scotty Roberts is a wonderful passer.
That was a big 3rd down conversion.
He just throws that ball and goes right into the socket.
Time still a factor, 5:23.
That pass not only was a good pass because it was completed, but it was also thrown to where no defensive player was going to reach it. Run by Dan Anderson.
Dan Anderson.
Anderson takes it forward for 2 or 3. Dan Anderson running hard.
There with a tackle.
Out of the fullback position, and we do have a Hillhouse man slow to get up. We'll have an injury timeout with 5:08 left in the game. Han leading 17-15. He was to number 58, one of Hillhouse's very good players. Co-captain Raymond Dolphin is his name. Good player.
We hope he's okay.
2nd and 8 for Han. Another flag down.
Did you see what happened there, Cat?
Might be against Han again. It is. Han offside again.
They got to watch these penalties, Cat.
Penalties becoming a factor. That penalty is accepted by the Academics. Repeat 2nd down.
2nd about 13 for Han.
2nd and 13.
They need to get to about the 24 to get a first down. So far they've had small mistakes. Ryan Milligan in motion. Scott Roberts, the quarterback. And he's looking for Walby. Oh, in and out of the hands of Walby. That was well thrown. Greg Walby. I couldn't tell if the defensive man knocked that out of Walby's hand, but it was a pass right there.
Walby had a step on Young. Nice pass by Robert.
Another big play here, Ken.
That was incomplete, so here's a big 3rd down play.
3rd and 13, and that play was very close to being a touchdown for Han, which would have made a lot of difference in this game, leading by only 2. We're at 4.5 minutes left. And Scott Roberts still got it. Got pretty good blocking. And incomplete pass aimed for Kingsley. Kingsley had run a pattern just long enough to get the first down, but he could not come down with it.
Time for Mike Hominick, Kent.
This game obviously is going to be decided by the defense. Mike Hominick is going to try again another pooch punt. Aim for the sideline, a short punt.
4:20 left in the contest. LaTroy Young set deep to receive the punt of Hominick.
Mike Hominick, good snap. And that's not a very good kick. That was a very short kick.
Not a big punt.
That wasn't quite what Mike had in mind.
Refs call it out at the 28-yard line, where Hillhouse takes over. First down.
Mike Hominick would have liked to have put that one out of bounds inside the 10, but it went off the side of his foot.
Big plays for hand now, Kent.
The defense will decide this game. We're down
over 4 minutes left in the game.
4:12 on the clock.
These fans need to get excited now. O'Connell trying to drive for the go-ahead touchdown.
Hand's defense was very good on the last series that Hillhouse had. Pass to the near sideline.
Donnie Hines makes a move.
And a good play worth about 11 yards for Hillhouse.
He brought down the number 42, James Kingsley.
Kingsley makes the tackle, but a first down.
For a first down, Hillhouse.
First down at the 40, just outside the 40.
Clock running, 4 minutes left in the game. 4 minutes. This crowd fired up.
This possession by Hillhouse is...
on the inside handoff, there's the fullback, Aaron Scott.
Matt Mesa wraps him up first, and Kingsley and friends come in to finish. This possession by Hillhouse is going to decide this game.
Yeah, right, Kent.
If they score, they got a good chance to win. If Hand can stop them, Hand should pretty well have the game put away.
What Hand has to watch, Kent, is the air ball. You know they're going to put in the air. Like right now, for instance.
Looking to throw. There's a flag. T.J. Naylor tripped the receiver inadvertently, but it will be a penalty.
T.J. Naylor puts the
first down to 40. First down to 40.
For pass interference. Stops the clock. 3:13.
Hillhouse now has the ball down about the 40.
Seems to be a motion penalty against Hillhouse and a pass interference penalty.
Oh, there was that was a break. I didn't see the motion penalty against Hillhouse, but they're going to run that play again.
Ooh, so the double penalty there. The motion call.
The second flag was thrown way over on the other side of the field.
One another.
They were running 2nd and 8 play again from the 42.
Here late in the fourth quarter.
2nd and 8. Quarterback looking to throw again. He needed pressure, and that ball is up in the air, caught out of bounds.
That's incomplete, way out of bounds, intended to go, Barry.
Out of bounds, and nothing good was going to happen for Hillhouse on that pass because that was a wounded duck. It went in the air, fluttered in the air, and went out of bounds.
Yeah, he threw that just before he got it.
Third down with a big play.
It's a big play for Hillhouse right here.
Third and long, and I think that was Matt Mesa who was right in on the quarterback.
If they can hold him here, Kent.
Tigers protecting
this is the play of the game.
3:07 left. It's going to be a run to the far side and tackled in the backfield. The ball is knocked loose. Hand recovers the fumble. One referee signaled Hand had the ball, and I believe it was Ryan Connolly came up with that one.
Now, if Kent can just not make any mistakes here, Kent, they've won this ball game.
They had the Hillhouse man for a loss, but they also knocked the ball loose, got the ball back with 2:58 left on the clock.
What a game, Kent.
Hillhouse has taken one timeout. They will start using their other two to stop the clock.
Fumble gives the ball to Hand with just under 3 minutes left.
Full house backfield for Hand. They're trying to run it Watch the clock run. Daryl Noble cuts back, still going. Noble still going down the sideline, inside the 10, at the 9-yard line.
What a nice run from Daryl Noble, Ken.
Noble was bottled up early in this game, but he took that one from the, where'd we start?
Was it
about the 40?
40-yard line, yep.
No, 35 maybe.
Yeah.
It was a 10.
That was a huge run for Noble. He brings the ball all the way to the 9-yard line.
About a 26-yard gain. First and goal for hand. Scott Roberts, the quarterback, hands it off to Noble again. Not much yards
Doesn't get much there.
On the right side, he's met by Robert Ford and Tyrese Kelly.
But the clock is still running, Kent. 2 minutes and 32 seconds, 39 seconds to go.
And would like to get a score here to truly put this game away, because if they don't, Hillhouse will be alive as long as the clock runs.
A huge factor now, switching at 2:20. Defense really needs a big play, some stoppage.
No mistakes for hand right now, Kent.
Full house backfield again. Everybody back there. And it's hand off the first man, Jeff Monroe. Monroe into the end zone. Touchdown hand.
Touchdown, and there's the icing.
Jeff Monroe takes it in.
Number 44, Jeff Monroe on the inside handoff. Nice play,
forgotten where the line of scrimmage was there, Steve, but that was about, what, 10, 12 yards?
About 12 yards, Kent. Now, Ken, if Hand doesn't make any mistakes,
that extends Hand's lead. And with this conversion, if they can make this conversion, then Hillhouse would have to score twice on it.
Right.
Greg Walby to try the conversion. It's down and kicked up.
Kick is up, and it is
good. Good kick.
All right.
24 to 15. 9-point lead with 2:05 left.
Now with this win, Ken, it'll put Hand in contention for the Shoreline title.
For the division,
For the division title.
Yeah.
And they have a 10-day respite before they meet Guilford, so it's going to be interesting.
Let's don't count this as a win with 2 minutes left yet.
That's true, you're right.
If Hillhouse could get one quickly, they're still in this game.
That's true. Just being optimistic.
That was a big score, however, for Hand.
So a 9-point lead.
Okay.
Greg Walby set to kick off back to Hillhouse. And he will probably kick it low again. He's had good success doing that. They don't need a run back by Hillhouse. It's a ground ball again. Big hop, and that's what they want. That's what they want, a confusion back there, but it's only run back to about the 30, so.
That ball bounced over one of the man's head, Ken. You said it bounced right over his head.
They don't want it to one of their real fast men. It's one of the two deep ones. And we will probably see Charlie O'Connell, number 4, the quarterback for Hillhouse, throw on almost every play. He's a left-handed quarterback and a pretty good thrower. Haven't seen him roll out and run today, but we've seen him complete some good passes. Hand is expecting passes.
O'Connell back to pass.
And he is pressured, and it's almost caught by Bergami. Matt Mesa was right in on the quarterback, knocked him down. Mesa and Connolly were rushing the quarterback. And those two do put pressure on the quarterback. Sean Manley out of the game. The deep men for Hand are Ryan Milligan, TJ Naylor, Greg Walby. Inside of them are Mark Bergami and Jeff Monroe. The inside linebackers, James Kingsley and Dan Anderson.
Another pass.
It's going to be a short pass. Short pass down the sideline and out of bounds. That's going to be a first down, though, for Hillhouse.
Nice game.
That's a first down, Hillhouse.
Hillhouse, a first down.
Tide rolls slowly when they're passing intent.
Yeah, it stops every time they go out of bounds, and it stops on every incompletion. The linemen for Hand, the two men with the bulk of the work here, are Matt Mesa and Ryan Connolly, putting pressure on the quarterback. And looks like a screen. It's an interception by number 40, Sean Manley. Sean Manley picks off a screen pass.
Wasn't that wonderful? Sean Manley, that young man's
Sean Manley.
a sophomore kid?
Sean Manley is a sophomore, 6'1", 200-pound sophomore. He plays a lot, and he's going to be a good one for Hand. Already plays well.
Exactly. Next year he's going to be a big player for him.
His pass picked off by Manley.
They had set that up as a screen pass, letting the down lineman filter through and tried to float it out to a receiver, but Manley was there. Manley was on the corner. And I'm sure we'll keep it on the ground now and let the clock run. Hand it off to the fullback, Jeff Monroe. Jeff Monroe runs for 2 yards.
Daquan Boyd with the tackle.
And Hand isn't worried about the 2 yards. They wanted the clock to run. Hillhouse takes their second timeout. They have one left with 1:22 showing on the clock. Hillhouse just took their second timeout. We have one left, and Hand is going to try to use the clock with 1:22 showing. Hand it off to Jeff Monroe, dragging a tackler.
In the middle, Daquan Boyd with the tackle.
He gets it inside the 20.
That was 44 on 44.
The tackle by Hillhouse was made by their number 44, Daquan Boyd.
1 minute, 2 seconds left to go, Kent.
Yeah, we just passed a minute left in the ball game. And Hand has this one in pretty good shape. They have the ball, and Hillhouse needs to score twice.
All right, it's not gonna.
And they will just keep it on the ground here. 3rd and about 2. Hand it off to Jeff Monroe. Monroe looks like he stopped short of the first down.
The clock continues to run, 34 seconds.
And I think
He's brought down by number 60,
that's Hillhouse's last timeout.
Timeout, Hillhouse.
Stops the clock at 28 seconds. Hand has 4th and about 2 feet for a first down. 4th down play coming up for Hand.
Probably the last play of the game, I'd say, Kent. With the
Well, if Hand gets a first down, they will just sit on it one more play. But if they don't, they'll also get the ball one more try. Over the top is Dan Anderson.
Dan Anderson, the fullback.
He's very close to a first down. Let's see where they mark. The guys with the dirty shirts are under that.
The first down was Anderson.
Ryan Connolly has long since dirtied up his number to where we can't read it.
They're gonna measure.
Close enough to measure.
They're gonna measure this, Kent. Zoom right in on it and see what we can find.
Have a measurement with 24 seconds left. If that was a 4th down play, because it was a 4th down play, if they're short, Hillhouse will have the ball. Hillhouse does have the ball. They're a foot short.
Can you say
Anderson doesn't get enough, so Hillhouse takes
that was not a generous spot there. I thought Dan Anderson went forward a little bit more than that, but
24 ticks left in the game.
how much one of the bets is gonna be a Hail Mary pass?
they're gonna try something long here. And a couple years ago, when Hand played Hillhouse, they had a long pass play, a long lateral, and then another forward pass.
I remember that.
We really haven't seen that kind of play, but here's where they might use it.
And taking the last of which.
If they're going to do anything at all here in this last 24 seconds, they need to do it quick.
Very quick.
In motion.
Back.
Straight back, looking to throw. Now they're throwing it on this side and knocked out very nicely by Bergami.
Nicely by number 22.
Mark Bergami.
20 seconds on the clock.
Mark Bergami got there just a split second after the ball did and knocked it out. 2nd and 10. They don't mind the short ones. They don't want to give up a long one here. Charlie O'Connell, the quarterback for Hillhouse. He's looking long, and it's thrown up high.
Oh, hand caught
Tipped by Naylor, picked off by Kingsley. Kingsley gets the interception. TJ Naylor made that play by knocking it in the air, and on the old tip play, James Kingsley came down with it.
There's 6 seconds left in this game, Kent.
Had an interception slip through his fingers, but not this time. He picks off O'Connell on the deep bomb.
Kingsley brings it back to the 23.
6 seconds left in the game.
6 seconds left. Hand will just take a knee and take a victory out of here. And Bowen Field in New Haven against Hillhouse Academics. This was a tough game for them. The score changed hands several times early in the game. And finally, they took the lead for good on Greg Walby's 24-yard field goal.
This should be the last play of the game. Scott Roberts takes back and kneels.
Scott Roberts takes a knee and runs out the fourth quarter with Hand winning their 6th game. This is a significant game in that it assures Hand a winning season this year.
Yeah,
they're 6-3-1 at this point, with the only game remaining Thanksgiving morning against Guilford at home.
And we have to say, Ken, Hand's 3 losses were to really tough teams: Cheshire, Notre Dame, and West Haven, and Fairfield Prep. And they tied Hamden, who yesterday beat West Haven, I believe.
Yes.
So, I mean, Hand has nothing to be, they've had a really, really good season. Now they go against their arch rivals Guilford on Thanksgiving Day with a 10-day respite. They have 10 days to get prepared for that game. And that's not going to be an easy game either. That's going to be an interesting game, too, because Guilford's got a tough squad this year also.
Guilford has won a number of games. They did lose against East Haven last night's game.
Right.
We will wrap it up quickly here. This is Kent Sprague on the microphone. Gabe Balsamo was here earlier and had to leave at halftime. Steve Fust all the way on the camera today. Where the final score from Bowen Field in New Haven is Daniel Hand High School 24, Hillhouse of New Haven 15. Good night.
Good night.